My husband, who I had been with for close to 44 years, was having knee surgery, and we found out early in the process that he had breathing issues, and they wanted him to see a pulmonologist. So we went and took him to a pulmonologist prior to the surgery, and he was diagnosed with pulmonary fibrosis. And they said he wouldn't work again. We walked into the office at 3:15, walked out at 5, and he was on total disability. He was doing really well, and one morning woke up and he just kind of wasn't feeling right. I went to work, gathered up my work, came back home, and I said, I'm taking you to the hospital. And we thought that he would have a little tune-up and then come back home with us. He ended up with internal bleeding, and he was in the hospital. They gave him units of blood, and we thought that he would, spend the night and the next day come home. He was doing really well. My daughter and I went out and got something to eat, came back home, or back up to the hospital, and we were talking to the doctor, and he was using the restroom inside the curtain area. The doctor was right there. All of a sudden we heard a crash boom and opened up the curtain, and he was out on the floor. They tried for over 45 minutes and couldn't revive him. And my daughter was going to go home initially, and I said, I'm just gonna go up and say goodnight to your dad and give him a kiss. And she goes, maybe I'll come with you. And she goes, to this day, I am so glad something just told me to go up there. Once he passed away, it was kind of a numbing for me, and that's when Susanna stepped in. When she was pregnant with Hunter and was going through all the hard times, we almost lost her as well as Hunter during that time. And I sent Community of Grace an email and said, please send out a chain letter or chain email, with the prayers. And what she didn't say is 5 days after, they did another CAT scan on Hunter and found out that they couldn't find any brain bleeds.
To this day,
they can't. And the doctor left the room, came back and said, I just had to check, because he said we had 3 doctors look at it. And he said that 2 of the doctors have been here for 25 years. One of the doctors has been here 15, and they couldn't find anything. So once that happened, and I told her what I had done, she kind of wanted to get more into the religious aspect. She realized how strong prayer was and everything. I just keep praying, and I taught her that prayer is everything. I said, no matter what, good, bad, or indifferent, if you pray, things will happen. I said, they might not happen like you want them to happen, but once you look back on them, you'll see why it happened the way it did. It's truly been a blessing, even though in the darkness of everything, it's been a blessing.